Alright, you ready? Yeah, you have a football or something? In your room?
I don't think so.
Okay. How about, like, for the BangadyBangz part, we just, like, tackle each other or something?
Tackle each other?
I don't know. Because it's like, those books are like football.
Got you, boy.
Put your glasses on.
Alright. Put your glasses on.
Hey guys, BangadyBangz here with Jeremy, and we're gonna give you our November TBR today.
It's not November, boy.
It's almost November. By the way, this video is sponsored by the Blowback trilogy from Brian Meal. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video. I can't wait to read the second book and hopefully the third one after this. Yeah, Blowback is awesome. So, Jeremy, I think you're probably new to doing TBR type videos, right? I don't think I've ever had you as a guest before for when I do this type of video.
Never had me as a guest before.
Never have I ever had Jeremy as a guest for a TBR video.
I hope this water's not old.
What?
It's just been sitting over there for a while now.
I think we have more pressing matters.
Can water get old?
Of course it can get old. Our water that we drink normally is chlorinated to kind of kill any microbes that might be in it. So sometimes if you let it sit out for a while, that chlorine, well, that chlorine's a gas, you know, at regular, like, standard temperature and pressure. So if you let it sit for a while, it comes out of solution with normal water and just kind of dissolves into the atmosphere. So I think over time, as chlorine leaves the water that you're letting sit around, then it kind of starts to taste a little bit different from what you're used to, because you're sort of used to that chlorine taste. So that's why. That's why kind of stale, stagnant water tastes weird.
It tastes fine.
So Jeremy, what are you planning to read this month?
Well, if there's a new Harry Potter coming out, now I didn't really like The Cursed Child that much. But if they're if they came out with another book, so to say, I don't know, I would read it. Well,
there's not a new Harry Potter book coming out.
There should be.
But you know, they're coming out with they did come out with a new illustrated version, right? The
yeah. I have the first two. I don't have Prisoner of Azkaban yet. See, I'm finishing up Deathly Hallows for like the 8th time so that I can start with the illustrated version.
You're on Deathly Hallows now?
Yeah. Plus, when Christmas comes up, then I like to read the Christmas chapters.
Wait, you haven't read any of the illustrated versions?
No, because I've been saving them.
Oh, boy, you got to get on that.
That's my, what is it, to be R? Is that what
TBR, yeah. It means to be read.
Yeah, that's my to be read. I guess finish up Deathly Hallows and then go into my illustrated versions. And I'm reading Game of the Thrones at the same time, but
Game of the Thrones.
I really like them. He's very poetic. George R.R. Martin.
Is he?
Yeah. The way he ends all the chapters are cool.
Yeah, it is.
You're like, oh, snap.
I don't know.
They're short chapters, or at least the first one is. But it is kind of like homework, like with all these names and places and stuff. It's like
you know you're in trouble when the book comes with a big appendix.
Yeah, in the back.
In the back of it. For sure, yeah.
What was that, boy?
I don't know. Transition, moving on. Also, I think I probably should mention, like, the little change of scenery that we have here. So, yeah, obviously this is a little bit different from my usual kind of backdrop that I have in most of my videos. Well, never like this. So, a little bit of a life update. So, I'm moving currently. So, my old apartment, I don't live there anymore. Right now, I'm coming to you from my parents' house, like in my old room that I had when I was like in high school, and got all my clothes just kind of hanging up around here. It's kind of cool. It feels like I live in Hogwarts right now with a little 4-poster bed with all my shirts and everything just surrounding me like bed curtains. But I'm going to be here until about the middle of November until I move into my new apartment, which will be cool. I'll be able to show like an apartment tour for that maybe, and you guys can see my new living space, and I'll put up my bookshelves in their new locations and have like I'll make a whole event out of it, setting up my new bookshelves, and it'll be a good way to just kind of start fresh with everything and have like make a new little reading nook for myself. So now, I guess I'll go into books that I'm gonna be reading. Okay, so this past month, you guys know that I read About Ko7 by Brian Meal, which is really cool, and I talked to you about it a little bit. It's like nothing that I've ever read before. It's like a sci-fi fantasy book, almost, but incorporating a lot of science concepts and music concepts and things like time travel and science fiction and stuff, and football too. Like football is a big thing that is incorporated here. And
football.
Yeah. That's what intrigued you, because you like football.
I like
a lot.
football.
And we've been doing like fantasy football, kind of, since, you know.
What do you mean, kind of?
Well, mostly kind of for me, because I don't really do fantasy football, and it's like, I have a team, but you always start my lineup for me every week, and I don't really know what I'm doing. But anyway, but it's been cool reading this, and I really enjoyed it. And the publishers for Blowback Ko7, like the marketing team, have sent me some more packages related to this series, because this is a trilogy, or supposed to be. There's 2 books out now, and I think that one of these packages that I've been sent, I think they're both from the Blowback Ko7 people, but I think one of them has the new book.
That looks
probably
like
this one, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably this one's going to have the new book. And this one, I'm actually not sure what this is, but either way, I'm going to be doing something with both of these this month, is my pledge. So let me go ahead, and all of a sudden, this video has become an unboxing video. I'm going to open this and see what it is.
You don't have any idea what?
No idea what I'm getting myself into right now. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Ah! Oh, this is very tough tape. Alright. So we got a new book now, Blowback 63, with a brand new bookmark to go with it.
What's it look like?
It looks real fancy. You like it?
The bookmark?
You want it? Yeah.
You have it.
Okay, thanks. I always need new bookmarks. What about the book? Do you like that?
It does look cool.
You want to read it?
Right now?
Yeah, you want to read
right
the
now.
sequel right now?
I have to read the first.
You should probably read this one first.
Yeah.
You want to read this one?
So this one goes further back in time.
Yo, you should read this one. For this should be like your TBR. Like, you read this one, and I'll read that one.
After I read my illustrated Harry Potter boy.
Alright. Alright, so this book is a sequel called Blowback 63. So
Iris
the first
is the
book,
main name.
What?
Iris is the main name.
Iris? No. Whose name is
It
Iris?
says during Iris's fitful night of sleep.
Wait. I don't remember anybody named Iris. I need to read that book again.
You're like, wait.
Blowback Ko7 is about some kids who went, or at least one kid who went back in time to 1907. Blowback 63 is about some kids who go back in time to 1863.
1863? What happened then? Nothing.
No, it's the Civil War.
Oh.
Yeah, Civil War is from like 1860 to 1865.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah, like the American Civil War. So that is what this book is centered around. So I'm super excited to get into this and continue the story with all the characters that I'm going to get to know. With Iris. Blowback 63 I'm definitely going to get to this month, and it's going to be awesome. I need to do a review video for both of these books because they're really cool, honestly. They're like nothing I've ever read before. What are you doing?
You gotta take a selfie with those clothes behind me.
What? No, this guy. This boy over here. Alright, let's see what's in the bigger box.
Don't stab me, boy.
If anything, I'm gonna stab myself. It's addressed to BangadyBangz, so I assume that it's for BookTube. Oh, cool, it's another copy.
What? So now you can give one away, boy.
Yeah. Okay, so I got 2 copies of Blowback 63 that I'm gonna do stuff with. I don't know, do you want one?
You're not going to give one away? You should do a giveaway.
Yeah, I should. I wonder if that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, you're probably supposed to.
You
have to be like, wait,
I have no idea.
They have to like leave a comment and like the coolest
Yeah,
comment
okay.
Like
cool. Yeah, let's do a giveaway. Okay, so I got 2 of these books now, apparently. So I'm going to do a spontaneous giveaway. Yes. If you want the sequel to this book trilogy, like you have to have read the first one, I guess, to have to get anything out of the sequel. But if you have read that and you want this and you want a cool bookmark to go with it, then leave a comment down below letting me know your favorite thing about reading and football and time travel and magic and music. And then you might win this brand new copy of Blowback 63 by
You gonna
Ryan
sign
Reynolds.
the book, boy?
No. That would be dumb.
Like you didn't even write the book.
So if you do want a copy of Blowback 63, I will ship it to anybody within the continental US. Just leave a comment below with your name and be subscribed to my channel and like this video, and you could win Blowback 63 by Brian Meal. Okay, Jeremy. So you listening?
Yep.
So I think that is 1 book for the November TBR. That's down. So now, for the rest of them, I think that we should each pick something to read. Or like, we should each pick like 3 books to read in November. What do you think?
3? I can't read 3 books in November.
Yeah, well, okay, you can pick 1, and I'll pick 3.
You're gonna read 3 in November.
Which I won't read. I want to say that I'm gonna read 3 books, and then it probably is just not gonna happen. But no, I'm gonna do it. I'll read the Blowback book, and then I'll read 3 more. So hang on, I want to go ahead and pick 1 book that I'm reading. Actually, okay, and I'm doing this because since all my stuff is in storage right now, I don't have my bookshelves, but I have some of my books. So I have this box, and and I got this box. Can you see it? I know like 1 book that I want to read. I really want to read The Novice by Taran Matharu. I talked about this book in my last video, which was just like a haul. How this is a it's a fantasy young adult book, kind of in a medieval sort of European setting, but it's almost like fantasy meets Pokemon, where the main character here has these special magic powers where he can summon demons from like the other world and use them to fight on his behalf, almost like Pokemon. And I think that just sounds so cool. So I'm gonna plan to read this book during the month of November. This is my first one. What do you want to read? You want to read that?
The Time Traveler's Guide to Medieval England, a handbook for visitors of the 14th century by Ian Mortimer.
Boy, you're gonna read that?
Looks pretty fresh.
Yeah, I've read that book. It's non-fiction though. Are you cool with that?
Yes.
That's like a history book about medieval England.
Hey, it was the first one that looked the coolest.
Okay, Jeremy's gonna read a non-fiction book this time. And ooh, I wanna read this. This book looks cool. Have you guys ever heard of Seraphina and the Black Cloak by Robert Beatty? This book is cool because it's actually set in well, it's set in North Carolina where we live. It's about kind of the Biltmore House. Actually, I don't know if it's actually set there or if it's just inspired by the Biltmore House, but I know that the Biltmore House definitely plays a role. So look that up. In Asheville, North Carolina, the Biltmore House, like built by the Vanderbilt family in the early 20th century, like the turn of the century or late 1800s, something like that. And this would be really cool. It's like a middle grade fantasy about this girl. This first book is called Seraphina and the Twisted Staff. So that sounds very whimsical and like mysterious and kind of Harry Potter-esque. So I want to read this to see what that's all about. What do you think, boy?
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, you want to read it too?
If you read it and you say it's good.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely read it and say it's good. So that you'll read it. Okay, what else am I going to read this month? The month of November. Let's do Illuminae. Ooh, and this one. I got 2 more that I'm gonna put on my TBR, and maybe I'll get to like both of them. Okay, but I've been meaning to read this for like ever.
Dang,
so I want to read Illuminae by Jay Kristoff and who's the other person? Okay, yeah, Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. Illuminae, because that series I've been hearing so many great things about it for like the past 2 years or something, and I just have been meaning to get to it. I've had an arc of it forever, you know, since before Illuminae came out, and I want to finally read it and see what all the hype is about. This is cool because it's not like a normal book. You see, it's like it's told from
emails and texts. And stuff.
Yeah, like emails and text messages and documents and that kind of thing. So it's not a traditional narrative.
Yeah.
So it's cool that way.
Interesting.
And then the other book that I picked out of this box is Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. And I got that because it's another book that I've been wanting to read forever and one that I've heard a whole lot about. And I got it signed now, since Diana Gabaldon came to Winston-Salem recently for our annual Bookmarks Festival. And she signed that book. Alright, so I think that's a good amount of books. That's going to be more than enough to get me through the next month. I'm probably not going to get to all of these, honestly. But I always set overly ambitious TBRs, so that's nothing new. So I got my books I'm going to read this month, and Jeremy's got his. So, you know what we should do for the thumbnail is like just hold up this all these boxes like we're gonna read all these books for the whole month. That'll be such cool clickbait.
Yeah.
Alright, well I think that's gonna be about all for this video today. Looks like we got an awesome month of reading ahead of us, like a very, very busy month of reading, and thanks again to the Blowback trilogy for sponsoring this video, and thank you guys for watching and staying till the end. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, then please subscribe for new bookish nerdy videos as often as I can make them, and be sure to like this video and follow me all over the internets. I have YouTube, obviously, and Twitter and Instagram and Goodreads and Snapchat and Wattpad and all of that. And Jeremy has Instagram, so go and just follow us all over the internet. And I think that's it for us today, you guys. Do you have any parting words, Jeremy?
I don't.
Really?
What do you want me to say?
I don't know.
Read more books.
Yeah! Have a great night and a great life, and I will see you all in the very near future with a new video. Okay, love you, bye.